Everyone. So this video is going to be my April budget planner video, which will go over my budget as well as setting up my monthly spread. I really like doing this. I've gotten out of the habit of doing it. If you saw my debt confession, you would hear all about that and you would know. But here we go. Oof. So you can see not too much going on in April. My budgets last year used to be far more intensive, my layouts, because I paid gas, electric, water, and internet bills separate from rent. But these are all my bills laid out. And in this section, like I said before, I can add appointments. I know I have a doctor's appointment coming up on the 8th of April, and I might have another follow-up appointment with my eye surgeon. That appointment is on the Tuesday, the 8th of April. And it is my doctor's appointment. And it starts at 12:40 p.m. So there's that. And we're going to take the orange color, I believe, and just go around the border with the orange for appointments. I change the colors up that I use every month around the outsides. But I do like using these pastel highlighters because they won't bleed through like a Sharpie would. So even my pen bleeds through more than they do. Let's list this appointment. So this is my spread. Give me just a second and I will come back to do the monthly budget with you all. Okay, welcome back. We are in the monthly review page, which comes after my full page spread. And I'm going to review March and what went well last month. I got back on track with not overspending. I had been in a situation where I was spending money for the following month and then having to repay it back. And it's a messy situation. I don't want to get into how I was doing it, but it was just a very messy situation. What can be improved this month is to get back to the budget and savings and stay on the budget and savings. And goals for this month: stay within budget, pay extra to Synchrony, which I want to pay an extra $25 is my goal. And my third goal is to start funding emergency fund. My third goal is to start funding my emergency fund. So how am I going to do that? And what exactly is this messy budget? So how am I going to do that? And what exactly is this messy budget? Well, we are going to go through it together, line item by line item. Let's see, can I get this lighting any better? Not really. Okay, sorry if the lighting is crap, you guys. I'm trying. So my income for the month is $13.48, and that is what I receive from my Social Security. That includes everything that I get. The next section we're going to go to, because it's just going to pop up, is my savings. So I don't need the point open on this one. So for savings, I have a sinking fund goal or sinking fund budget, savings budget, and a buffer. I'm listing the buffer here because it doesn't really seem to fit anywhere else. You'll see. So I apologize. This is probably really awkward because this is my first time doing it. Let's zoom in maybe a little more. Yeah, there we go. So my sinking funds, I'm going to put $50 into my sinking funds. I think I have about 10 to 12 areas where I want them to go, and they're all going to get $5 each, or most of them if I have more than 10. Savings, I have $153 to use on challenges and minis for the month. And buffer, I'm going to have $20 that I leave in my bank and don't touch as my buffer. That totals $223. Can see that okay. Rent, internet, and utilities are $440 for the month. I already mentioned that to you. And grocery, I'm giving myself a $150 budget for the month. I do receive $23 each month in food stamps, so it helps just a smidge with something that I may have forgotten later in the month. Giving to my church, since I have gotten out of the habit of it, is going to just be $10 to start back up. Capital One and subscriptions is going to be a $100 payment. Synchrony is listed as a $50 payment, but my goal is to pay an extra $25 through minis and savings challenges. Laundry is $15. We do have coin operated laundry here. Well, it's not coin operated. You have to load a card and it doesn't take $1 bills. So I just want to throw a 10 and a 5 on there. So the next thing is my total for my fixed expenses, which is $765. Now, we will ignore this spot for right now and go down to the bottom. So for variable expenses, I had my hair and my eyebrows done about a month ago or two. Well, it was about a month ago before surgery, and my friend did it, and I told her I would pay her when I saw her. So I need to do that, and that's $35. Office supplies. I was supposed to be getting a printer for $150. However, that I guess is not happening, but I am going to get toner for my current printer, and then I will just put the rest into a sinking fund to save after I get my toner and my paper to save for the new printer. And in my fun money section is my MG, which stands for a Mean Girls dinner date that I have with some girlfriends. We are not mean by any means, but we were called the Mean Girls. So I have $30 set aside to go out to dinner with the girls. Me money goes into my spending is $100, and I'll be splitting that down per week. And miscellaneous, I'm giving myself $5. I like to do that every month just to put in my wallet and cash. My cats are getting $20, and I need to buy them some dry food, I believe. And that is that. So we're gonna go over here to this section and we will zoom in. My income is $1,348. My fixed expenses are minus $765, minus $223 for savings, which leads to $360 for my variable expenses. And you can see as I went down and subtracted that I got myself down to a zero-based budget. Everything here that you see, let me zoom out, with a blue dot. So most of the expenses in variable and some of the expenses under fixed and then savings, those are for cash. And that will allow me to flip the page, because I've done this already as well, and do a cash spending breakdown, cash planning sheet, I'm sorry. And as I go through, when I come back from the bank, I will check off the spots, and I'll show you with my cash stuffing, how that works out. I've got a total cash amount needed of $738. The rest is on card. Everything is broken down. And I already have this on a Post-it note written and in my wallet. This is a savings challenge that I have modified for tracking the furniture payoff. And the total that I started with was $12.45. When I updated my information in my other folder, if you saw in the debt confession, it's $11.36, which is what I owe right now, I believe. And so I'm just coloring these off 10 at a time. This one is only halfway, and then I whited out the rest. So my total is not $1,500 like it was on the original makers. You can see it's Girl Mama Budgets, I believe.